Hello, it's US Angel, and today I want to talk to you about a problem that all of us will have at some point. And that is, what can you do to make sure that you don't need to cancel or be absent to your classes because of a personal technology issue? So let's say your internet goes down or your electricity goes out. These are the type of things that I want to talk to you about today. How can you still teach your classes and give a great lesson to your students when something like this happens? The first thing I would recommend is to have Wi-Fi and 4G available to teach on. And that way, if one goes down, you can switch to the other. Now, I also suggest you have a backup for one or the other, such as getting a hotspot that you only pay for if you use it, so that if both happen to go down, you have that third option. Now, for me, I have 3 devices that I can teach on because I think it is very important to make sure I always have a device that will load my classroom. So, I teach on my big iPad, and if that causes a problem, I have another tablet that I can teach on. Now, my iPad has both 4G and Wi-Fi. My other tablet only has Wi-Fi, so it is not going to be helpful if the Wi-Fi is the problem. But if it's my iPad that's the problem, I can switch to my second tablet. Now, if it is Wi-Fi and the 4G that is on my iPad, then I can pick up my phone and I can teach on my phone. It has a different 4G network. So I have my Wi-Fi and 2 different 4G networks to make sure that I am available to teach each class that I am scheduled to teach. Now, not everybody can do this right away. So make sure to add them or upgrade them to the best that you can afford as soon as you feel you are making enough money to be investing into your ESL online business. So, the next thing that you need is if the electricity goes out, your house is dark. How will you teach a class in the dark? This is why it's very important to either have a generator so that you can turn your electricity back on with your generator, or move to as close to a window as possible if it is the daytime and use 1 or 2, maybe more if you have them, of the battery-powered lights. I recommend the battery-powered or the rechargeable LED clip lights that you use for selfies, and you can clip onto your phone right around the camera. You do not have to clip them around the camera. You can just clip them in different areas so that they shine light on you and your background. Now, let's say something has happened and it's not your electricity and it's not your Wi-Fi, but for some reason your home is not available to teach in. This is where it is important to have an emergency travel background. When you get to your private location, please don't teach in public. When you get to your new temporary classroom in a private location, have something that is easy to travel with and put up for your background. A few ideas. I have here a Chinese cutout dragon in red and gold, really easy to put up either with tape or with push pins, depending on the type of wall you're using. And then I have two options for logos. I have the main logo, and it is laminated, so it will go and it can go up anywhere. It's not a problem. I have also created all of the logos that they have done with Freddy the Fish. Let me turn this just a little bit so you can see him. All right. And I have made it into a calendar. So I can then show one of these as my logo in the background in an emergency situation. It also has the month here, so it does have an educational value to it as well. It is important to remember that we want to be reliable. We have to be reliable in order for us to have return students. We want the students to build that relationship with us because that will help them learn English better when they are familiar with the teacher and their style of teaching. And so, when these type of personal technology issues come up, it is our job to try and take care of those so that we can still do our lessons. If you have any questions about any of this or want some ideas on different products that might work, such as the clip lights or temporary hotspots, things like that, you are welcome to message me either here on YouTube or you can message me on the PalFish app. I look forward to hearing from you. I hope everybody is having a great new year. Happy teaching. I will see you on PalFish.